Hi, I'm Lori with craftroomtime.com, and I'm here to bring you another wonderful video. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications, and here we go. Hi, and welcome. Let's make another Father's Day gift. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload the image for the Forged in Fire SVG. This was kind of taken off of the TV show called Forged in Fire, and I think it's my husband and I enjoy watching that show, so I wanted to make a t-shirt for him. So go ahead and upload this. I don't know if you noticed right up at the top there was a warning there about the text not being supported, but these are not text, these are images, so you'll see when I go to upload it, you'll be fine, so you can ignore that warning. The green box goes around it and it shows in the toolbar down here, and we will insert the image. And here it is here. And we want to do a couple things to this. We're going to ungroup it first of all. All right, so this is a little tricky, so just stop this video as you need it so you get all these things done correctly. At the very bottom on the right hand side, you're going to see the basic cut for the fire behind, so just go ahead and hide those two things. And that leaves me with the Forged in Fire words. I'm going to go ahead and draw my cursor around them so I select them all. I see that they are grouped, so I'm going to ungroup them first. And I'm going to grab these, the letters. And they're grouped with the knife, so I group them again. I think I might be grabbing the, there we go. So I have just the letters now, so I'm going to go ahead and attach those so that they'll print all in one, just like you see it, so when you have your vinyl on it, it'll be all in one place. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hide that for the moment. All right. Then we want to work on the knives. So we have this knife is there, and then this little part goes on top. Let me bring it to the front. It's just to put a little sheen on the knife to give it some dimension. This actually goes to the back. Okay, so those are the pieces of the knife. Now, these black are not, they're individual pieces, so we have to do this. First of all, we're going to hide, let's hide all these other little pieces that we don't need to worry about. And all I'm doing is clicking on what I have, and then over on the right, it shows you that it's grayed out right here, so you can just hit the little eyeball and it hides it. This one right here is grouped, so we have to ungroup it. So there it is over there to the right, and hide it. Okay, now let's go find the red on the right because it's too hard to get to them otherwise, and you want to hide the red on both of these. It's over here on the bottom. Okay, so now you have both of them. So again, you want to just select all of that and you want to attach. And then this one you want to attach it separately. Okay, so now we've done everything we need to do. We're going to go ahead and unhide everything that we hid before and bring it all back so that we can cut it. Make sure all the little eyeballs are there and hidden. Okay. Whoops. And then I'll just drag that back because that's how it's supposed to be. And then, okay. This guy needs to come down and touch that. And then this little guy comes down a little bit. Okay, so there we are now. So everything's ready to cut now. Let me bring this one forward. I don't want you to get confused where we're at. This one right here. Let's arrange and send it to front. And then this will arrange and move backwards. There we go. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like all together. All right, so we hid everything except for the blacks on this and attached each one of them separately, and we attached the letters all together. So now when we go to make it, you will see these are all attached, so they're going to cut like that, and then you'll overlay them on the red pieces, and then the words are attached as well. And then go ahead and look at every single mat, and don't waste any of your vinyl, or your iron-on vinyl. You know, don't move these around so that you're taking advantage of all of your space here and not wasting vinyl. Okay, one thing else I forgot to tell you is you need to mirror every single one while you're looking at it. So make sure you mirror it. We're gonna iron this on a shirt, so they have to be mirrored, and you see how that skipped around and moved everything? So that's why that's really important that you do that first. Otherwise you're gonna waste a lot of vinyl. Okay. And mirror that. So just mirror it first. Get in the habit of doing that. Mirror it first. See, because they're gonna move around anyways. So this is a good project for some scraps if you have it. I used a lot of scraps on this project. Down here, make sure you mirror the yellow as well. Okay, this one is a little tricky when you go to put it together on the shirt, and I'm going to explain that to you now on the screen because I don't know that you can tell very well on the video what's going on exactly. Now, the iron-on vinyl that I used is not Cricut, so there's a heat transfer non-Cricut brand. If you use the iron-on for Cricut and you're using it on another brand, it may not cut. So if you're having that issue, just come back here and select the heat transfer non-Cricut. It will cut Cricuts as well, but I always do that too. So I leave the default pressure as regular default. I don't do any more than that. I don't want it to cut through, so I leave it at the default. And then you'll go ahead and cut your project. Okay, so now, as promised, I'm going to cancel this and show you how to put it together on your shirt. Okay, so when you're doing your shirt, let's just pretend we have our shirt. Let's go get a shirt. And let's put it on one of these kinds. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the red, the bottom red. So let's go, I'm going to go over the right and I'm going to select it and move it. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? All right, let's get this guy. Okay. And then put it on your shirt where you want it. And then you'll go ahead and you'll iron that on for 340 degrees for 50 seconds. Okay? Now, when you peel the transfer paper over off of this, save it because you will need it. Just set it off to the side. For all these pieces, you'll need them, so just set them off to the side. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to put the yellow on. All right, so then you'll go ahead and you will iron this on top of the red for the same 340 degrees for 50 seconds. Okay, and then peel the let it cool and peel the transfer tape off and set it aside as well. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is put on the words, and you'll set them inside of your flame. Try to get it in there as best you can. And you may want to resize this a little bit so that the words fit in there a little better. I think that will work better for you. All right, there we go. All right, so now you'll have the transfer sheet on the words, and you want to take the other transfer sheet that you had, and you want to cover up as much as you can of the flames. Okay, and then go ahead and do another 350 degrees for 40 seconds. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, it'll be on the video. Okay, so then the next thing you're going to want to do, then this is the tricky part, because these, it's easy to do it here because they're dragging where I want them, but you're going to have these all separate in your hand. So go ahead and lay the red parts down on top of your cooled down. Do not lay it on top of anything hot. Make sure this is cool all behind it. And then lay your knife down right here and just judge, because you have to do these all separately, just to judge where you want the red to go. And you'll see me doing that in the video. Okay, so once you get it on there and you decide where you want the red to go, then just take these off, move them aside. Now you use the other pieces of transfer sheet to cover the other parts that are exposed. Don't put transfer sheet over transfer sheet, just on the exposed areas, and press that as well. Okay, then the next one that we're going to do is the knife. So we'll go ahead and we'll put one of the knives on and just butt it up to the red. It doesn't overlap the red, just butt it up to the red, it's fine. Make sure everything's covered with the transfer sheets, but not overlaying, and heat that one for the same degrees. You got to do the little highlight, do the little highlight on the knife on that one. Use the full sheet and the same degrees. Then you'll do this one. Okay. And then put this one on, or heat that one. And then you'll put this on, and then you'll heat that one. And you're still using that full transfer sheet. Then the last part is the bottom of the knives, one at a time. Cover it up, and then cover all the rest of this up with all your other little pieces of transfer tape that you have left. Heat it up, let it cool down, and then you'll put your final knife handle on. And cover everything else up, and then heat it and remove all the transfer sheets when everything's cool. And then that's your final design. This one's a little tricky, so just take your time, and if you do something wrong, it's not a big deal to put, like, the knife, if you forget to put the little strip on it or whatever, don't worry about it. You can cut the little strip off and just lay these down on top of what's exposed here if you forget to put it on. Not a big deal. All right, I hope that made sense, and like I said, just take your time, look through this, and see the steps of how to put it together. You can also go to the blog, and I'll have it laid out there as well.